This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2025 Forest River Salem cruise light. And the model number is 22VERANDA, as you can see right here. The unique feature of this one is that it has a back porch deck on it. And the deck also extends out a couple feet. So you've got a large deck with an outdoor cooking area on it, and sliding doors going to the inside, that sort of thing. Okay. You have 6 stabilizer jacks on it. You have the 2 extra jacks because of the extension back here. Okay. You have a power awning with LED strip. You have some TV hookups here. You got your signal out, power, and then a bracket to hang your TV on if you choose to. This is a vent for your range hood over your range. So if you're going to be cooking and venting to the outside, you just want to reach up here and make sure this is flapping freely like it is right here. That way it'll vent to the outside. If you're not venting, let's say you're traveling or in storage, you could just snap it shut like that, and it won't flap. It'll stay nice and tight. Okay. You have on-demand hot water, which is a great thing. I'll show you the controller inside. This is your on and off master here. Keep in mind this is a pressure release valve. Don't ever let anybody mess with this or release the pressure when there's hot water in here. It can get scalded really bad, so make sure no one touches it when it's hot. This is the most common way to get water to the trailer is the city water hookup, which is on the other side. I'll show you that when we get over there. But if you're camping someplace without city water, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here. Then you can use your onboard pump to pump the water. I'll show you where the switch for that is inside, but it's basically plan B when it comes to the water. You can all the plumbing will work as though you have city water. You'll just be pumping it out of the tank. Okay. And this down here, this this white gate valve is your dump valve for your city water, or for your freshwater tank. Okay. All right, so let's move on a little bit. Your 2 stairs have this kit on it. It's got legs that extend down from the bottom step, which gives it a lot more stability and makes it much stronger. So that's a really good feature. Now, if you purchased a hitch with this, this is the hitch that you'll get. It's a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. If you didn't purchase one, obviously you're making other plans. But if you purchased a hitch, this is the one you'll be getting. Okay. And we'll show you how that works when you pick up. Okay, you have a deep cycle marine battery, 2 LP tanks with an automatic changeover regulator. You've got a power tongue jack with a hitch light on it and up and down. Now, if this ever fails for any reason, you can pull this plug off the top, and there's a crank in the pass-through compartment. It's the smaller crank. You can put it right on there and crank this manually to get yourself out of trouble. So you can always get hitched and unhitched no matter what. Also, for your battery, you have this disconnect right here. So if you want to kill the battery, disconnect it. You can just turn that key off and pull it out. Okay. This is the other side of your pass-through. You have your. I showed you or told you about them. Now I'm showing you the cranks hanging on the wall. That is your dump hose kit. That's a little reducer to reduce you down to a 20 amp. Okay, that's pass-through storage. You come over here, it's a 50 amp system, so you got a 50 amp short cord, and we also give you this reducer that reduces it down to a 30, and then I showed you the little one in the compartment that it goes down to a 20. If you're just like packing, if you're in your driveway or something and you're packing up, you can plug it into your 20 amp just to get lights and that sort of thing. Okay. Your city water hookup, the most common way to get water to the trailer, is right here. Okay. This is the black tank flush here. So, like it says on the sticker, the thing to remember is never turn on the water to your flush unless your black tank valve is in the open position. That's your black tank valve right there, toilet, water, and waste. There's your gray sink and shower water. Always make sure your black tank valve is open before you turn the water onto the black tank flush, okay? You don't want too much pressure to build up and cause you problems. Coming back around, that's the dump for the sink here on the outdoor sink, okay? And let's move around here. Okay, we'll go in up front here. I'll show you some more of the controls for the on-demand water here. But first, this is the screen. You can put this on the back sliding door. This is the switch for your bed, your reclining bed. So we'll just you push down basically. Here it goes. Ups like so. Okay, and up here you're going to have a bracket, a backer for a bracket, and some hookups so you can hang a TV there so you can watch it while you're in bed if you choose to. Okay. All kinds of storage, of course. This is your power converter right here. This converts AC to DC power. You see it right here. So when you're plugged into shore power, you have 120 amps AC right here, and here's your circuit breakers. They're all labeled, okay? Then the power is converted from AC to DC over here. So you got 12 volt DC fuses here, and they're all labeled, right? So this is your AC distribution center, your DC distribution center, and your AC to DC power converter. And this also senses your battery up on the tongue, and determines how much energy it needs. So if it's topped off, it'll just trickle a couple amps up there to keep it maintained. If it's low, as long as you're plugged into shore power, if it's low, it'll send as many amps necessary to charge your battery also. So it converts AC to DC power, and it charges your battery. Of course, your tow vehicle will charge the battery when you pull it down the road. Okay. Alright, so toilet works like all RV toilets do. It sits right over a black tank. There's your flush pedal right there. Basically, you'll dump a dose of chemical in the bowl, and you'll hold the pedal down with your foot until at least a gallon of water goes into the tank along with the chemical. Then you're ready to use it. You can use more than a gallon of water, just don't use less. And don't run it dry. Always use the chemical in the water. If you run it dry, it'll get clogged up, it'll be a mess, it'll smell, just be a mess. So you always want to make sure to use the chemical in water, okay? Any door that slides, you always want to secure it, okay? Now here, this is a GFCI here. All the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI. Even the ones that are just regular plugs, like this one over here, you can see it says GFCI on it. So keep in mind, no matter if it's just a regular plug, it's still wired through a GFCI. So if you lose a receptacle, always think GFCI first, okay? So this is your controller for your on-demand water. So we turn it on. This just switches us between Fahrenheit and Celsius. Okay, so it's 120 it's telling us right now, if you can see that. Now it's settled on that the temperature is 73 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's set for 120, right? That's the goal. Most people usually set by default to 120. Sometimes you see it at 115. You can change it if you want. As soon as you turn on a hot water valve, it'll activate itself. Let me get the pump on here. Hold on. Let me move over here for a second. There's the water pump there. Okay. So there, I don't know how well you can see it. You can see it pretty good. You can see it's showing you that it's lighting. The temperature is 69 at this point. This hasn't been run much, and it's just been prepped. So that did not light. So I'm thinking maybe, because we have a new guy working here, maybe he shut the gas off. We'll see that sometime. So let's go look. If the water, if the on-demand water heater doesn't sense water, for example, let's say it doesn't sense city water or fresh water in your tank with a pump on, yeah, see, it's off, see, so that's what they did. So we're going to turn it on. Why they would do that, or he would do that, I don't know, but we'll get it turned on here. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so if it doesn't sense water, it will not light the burner. Keep that in mind also. It's a safety device. So if you don't have the city water hooked up and or your on-demand water, oh wait, is that right? No, your fresh water tank, I'm sorry, with the pump on, it won't light. It'll protect itself, because obviously it would overheat if there wasn't water available. So keep that in mind. It has that safety. Okay, so let's try it again here. Okay, so let's try it again. Now you can see the flame starting to appear, and the temperature is going up very rapidly. Hopefully you can see that it's at 90, 91, 93. So it's lit now. You can see it's getting hot. We're up to 100 degrees now. It's really starting to kick. 105. So you get the idea. I turn on any hot water, inside or outside, showers, either of the sinks, it'll automatically start climbing to 120, and it'll stop at that point and maintain 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so I'm going to shut it off here. Okay. All right, let's see what else we have here. Your refrigerator is a 12 volt DC refrigerator, so it runs on 12 volt DC. So everything that can run on 12 volt DC in a travel trailer does. Some things have to be AC power, like the receptacles, the air conditioner, the microwave, those sort of things all have to be AC, but most things are run on DC, okay? So this is your thermostat. You just push it till the mode button starts flashing, so I got off, and then I could just go to cool, heat, back to off, and off. Now I could have chose either mode and chose the temperature also from there. I'm not running anything right now. Okay. Now this is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector right here. It should always be glowing green. If it's not green, get it serviced. It's very important. Never ignore it if it's not working. Always get it taken care of. It's an important safety device, of course. It's hardwired to the battery, so it should always be glowing green. Okay. You have your trash here. The keys are hanging on the faucet where we keep them. You do have a backup camera. We'll show you how that works when you pick up, of course. Here you have your range hood and microwave. So I showed you the baffle on the outside, the vent on the outside that you want to be open and flapping freely if you're venting, if you want to vent your cooking to the outside. So there you have it there. Light, fan, okay? And your microwave works like any other microwave. This is your sparker here, clockwise to spark, and then you have your 3 burners and your oven. Let me see if we can get this lit now. Now this will take a little bit to get it lit because you have the tank shut off, right? So there's going to be an air bubble in the line. So you sort of have to push past it. It'll take a few seconds here. But once you get that air bubble out of there, it'll light it immediately. Let me see what I got here. Let me set this down. Hold on. Bear with me, please. Okay. There we go. So there you have it right there. Very simple. Okay, so I shut it off. Now when it comes to the oven, there's a pilot light down here in the back. Maybe I can show it. I can spark it and you can see it maybe. Yep, there it is. So you go to the knob, you go to the picture of the flame, you depress it. You keep it depressed while you're lighting it. You spark it until you see the pilot light down here. After you see it light, you're still holding this in. You hold it for another 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. Then you're going to go to regular operating temperature. It's going to cycle as an oven does. When you shut it off, the flame goes out. So does the pilot light. You have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. And you have light there. Okay. Your stuff is in here, literature, that sort of thing. Okay, so your couch jackknife's flat. You can turn this into a bed. Alright. Your TV. This particular one is you can see that the green light is on right here. You can shut it off by pushing this little button there, but you want it on. That tells you that the digital antenna is turned on, which you need for the TV if you're going to do that. Also, I think I walked past, let me come back this way real quick. Yes, I walked past this. So, your slide room is right here. Your power awning is right here. Never leave the awning out unattended. If you're not going to be there, roll it in. This is a dimmer here. Your water pump is right here. You use that to pump water out of the fresh water tank like we just did when I was demonstrating the on-demand. Awning lights here, accent lights, and all your levels here for your battery and for your tanks. You can see it up here. This is your Bluetooth, so it's self-evident. You just turn it on and go to the Bluetooth section of your phone or tablet and hook up to it like you would typically do, okay? This is your fireplace. It has a remote. I'll just use the buttons here because I'm standing here. So right there it's H, which is the fan speed, means it's hot, it's really, or high I mean, it's really kicking. So if I come back to here, you can see changes the intensity of the flame. That's off, low, and high. Those are the fan speeds. Now it's really kicking the heat out. It also has a timer, so you can have it turn on and off whenever you want to. Okay? Neat. Very nice. Alright, let me look around here. I don't want to forget anything as I'm moving through here. So let me take a quick look around. I'm covering all the important stuff. When you pick up, obviously we'll go over all this with you again till you're confident you understand everything you need to understand. Okay, so here we are with another switch. Here, let me open this. So we're outside. Here's the extender here, so it says out, so let's push it. See? Out it goes. So it turns into a pretty decent size there. Okay? And let's walk out here. So you have your sink here. The faucet folds down and away. Okay? And this will pop up. Do this right here. You have a very large griddle. And you have to plug it in. So you can see here, this plugs into here. That's where you get the LP from. This is connected to the tanks up front. So the LP tanks up front. So that's, you got to connect that to that to get LP, of course. Okay. Alrighty. Speakers out here. Another stairway and a railing. You've got refrigerator here. This is a sprayer with a quick connect, so you plug it into quick connect ports. Your fridge. Okay, so I think that's going to cover it pretty much. So let me look around real quick. I think I've got it. So, okay, I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. The manufacturer states that you should inspect the roof every 90 days. So you want someone to look at the roof, make sure there's no damage to the roof caused by, let's say, low branches or road debris. So look for damage. You want to make sure there's no way that it can leak. So you're going to look at all the sealant, where you see any sealant or anything, you want to make sure it's good and tight, and no way for water to get through. odds are you won't have to do anything for years and years, but you don't know that unless you look, because you can't see up there unless you look, obviously. So you want to inspect it at least every 90 days. That's important. Most people don't inspect their trailer enough, so make sure you keep on that. And right now it's not winterized. It's got water in the system now, so it's ready to go for the summer. So we'll see you when you come to pick up, and we'll walk you through it and answer any more questions you have. Okay? Thanks.